I mean, just a hell of a job, y'all. That was a big win. Okay? That was a big win. We stacked today.
And it was a great team effort to beat DeWanna Bonner in her return to Gainbridge Fieldhouse. Had to feel great for the fans there to see her vanquished and not playing well, and Alyssa Thomas complaining all over the floor. Bonner booed in her return.
DeWanna Bonner just got a dose of basketball karma. After quitting on the Indiana Fever mid-season, she probably thought she upgraded. But when she returned to Gainbridge Fieldhouse, things fell apart. The Fever beat the Mercury 107-101 without Caitlin Clark. Bonner was booed all night, scored just 4 points, and watched her replacement, Ari McDonald, drop a career-high 27. Her fiancée, Alyssa Thomas, was even caught taunting Fever fans. Right before the team they mocked handed them a loss.
We got to celebrate beating down DeWanna the Scammer Bonner. Cheers, my friend. Cheers, buddy. DeWanna Bonner, I just want to start here. You stink. You stunk it up. You caused all that ruckus. I thought you stopped shooting threes hitting the side of the backboard when you took the Indiana Fever jersey off.
The moment DeWanna Bonner stepped onto the court at Gainbridge Fieldhouse, the crowd erupted. This wasn't just a regular game for Indiana fans, it was personal. Ever since Bonner walked out on the Fever mid-season after signing with them, fans had been waiting for her return. The boos began the second she checked in and didn't let up. Every time she touched the ball, the crowd got louder. When she stepped to the free throw line, fans shouted, "Quitter," without holding back. This wasn't just another road game, it was payback from a fan base that felt abandoned.
Foul on Sophie Cunningham, that is their first team second. Coming in, home court for Phoenix, number 14.
The crowd was so fired up that even Caitlin Clark, out with a groin injury, couldn't hide her excitement. Sitting on the bench, she cheered loudly every time the Fever shut down her former teammate. When Lexi Hull and Natasha Howard blocked Bonner's shot and forced a shot clock violation, Clark leapt up like they'd just won a title. Her reaction said it all, the team was locked in, and there was no love lost after Bonner's exit.
Bonner battling with Hull. Bonner turns, fades, fires, and leaves it way short. Great defense there by Hull. Copper tracks it down and bounces for Bonner, who had her shot blocked. And it's a shot clock violation. Bonner walled off by Hull. And then blocked at the rim. Indiana has that 5-point lead at third.
Meanwhile, Alyssa Thomas wasn't content to just watch from the sidelines. Thomas was actively taunting Fever fans throughout the entire game, getting into heated exchanges with multiple sections of the crowd. She was caught on camera telling fans that Bonner had joined a real team, completely oblivious to what was about to unfold on the scoreboard. Thomas seemed to think she was making some kind of power move, but she had no idea how badly this was going to backfire.
Alyssa Thomas wasn't just a spectator, she spent the game taunting Fever fans, getting into back and forths with multiple sections of the crowd. At one point, she was even caught on camera shouting that Bonner had joined a real team, clearly unaware of what was coming. Thomas acted like she was making a bold statement, but it backfired fast. As the game went on, her taunts grew louder, trying to defend her fiancé from the relentless boos. But for Fever fans, this moment had been building for months, and it was worth the wait. Bonner finished with just 4 points on 1 of 4 shooting in 21 minutes, along with a single rebound, while her real team got picked apart by the one she walked away from. The performance was flat, the impact non-existent. And the Fever weren't done yet. They came to make it clear what happens when you walk out on a team that's building something real.
Bonner booed in her return, which is to be expected, considering the circumstances in which she left. And the players that have come in for the Fever are much better than Bonner was for them. Ari McDonald has been a revelation. She was great in this one again. And Chloe Bibby looks like a perfect fit. So all in all, Fever fans have to feel pretty damn good
about that win.
With Caitlin Clark out due to a groin injury, many doubted whether the Fever could hold their own against the third-place Mercury. Critics were ready to call Indiana a one-player team. But Ari McDonald clearly didn't get the memo. Not even on the roster at the start of the season, McDonald stepped up in a big way, ready to prove that DeWanna Bonner leaving was actually a blessing. The former Arizona standout, who averaged double figures in all 93 college games, was more than prepared for her moment. McDonald went off for a career-high 27 points, including a flawless 10 for 10 from the free throw line. She played with the kind of grit and urgency that Bonner never showed in a Fever jersey. Driving hard to the basket, dishing out 4 assists, and pushing the tempo, McDonald made the most of her moment. Her speed and energy were simply too much for Phoenix to keep up with.
When did you realize you had it kind of going tonight, and what kind of opened up for you? I felt like you were scoring kind of from basically everywhere.
When I seen those 2 threes go in, then I saw how easy it was, like getting into the paint. I'm like, okay, I'm converting. All right, I'm good. Like, let's keep being aggressive, or just, keep taking what the defense is giving me.
But McDonald wasn't doing it all by herself. Chloe BBY, playing on a 7-day contract, stepped up with 10 key points, showing off her shooting range and floor spacing. She also made an impact on defense, grabbing a steal and proving she belonged on the court.
So Indiana trailing by 9, trying to pick up the pace here, and Chloe Bibby hits a 3.
Her in transition. Chloe Bibby's done this a million times in her time at Maryland and in practice.
Sophie Cunningham came through with a clutch 4-point play and ended the night with 12 points. DeWanna Bonner wasn't the only one embarrassed. Dyrus Dantas came off the bench, added 12 points of her own, and hit a slick dream shake that left Alyssa Thomas completely out of position.
See Mitchell, she's got the 5 fouls. Austin, Cunningham. Yes! And a foul! Sophie Cunningham! Give her 3, and she'll go for 4. Dantas battling, spins, fades, fires, and hits. Bibby, corner 3. Oh yeah! Cunningham. Yes!
The irony couldn't have been sweeter. Both McDonald and BBY were signed using the cap space freed up when Bonner walked away. The Fever front office used that opening to bring in players who actually wanted to be in Indy. And they weren't just filling minutes, they were out there battling, showing the kind of heart Bonner never brought to the team. Indiana's balanced attack was tearing Phoenix apart, one possession at a time. You could see the frustration on the Mercury's faces. This wasn't how it was supposed to go. Without Clark, Indiana was expected to collapse. Instead, they looked more energized and connected than ever. It was addition by subtraction in full effect, and the whole arena could feel it. But the real dagger came in the fourth quarter, when Aaliyah Boston decided to put the game away for good. The Mercury still thought they had a shot. They had no idea what was coming.
We gotta continue to stack, okay? We ain't got no room for sliding back, okay? We no room for slippage. Every day, there's a sense of urgency, okay? I was proud of you guys, the way with offensive and defensive substitutions, being ready to go with that. Everybody who came in made an impact. We had 5 in double figures, damn near 7. Damn near 7. That's really, really good, y'all. I'm proud of you guys. I'm proud of you. Together, 1, 2, 3, together!
The fourth quarter began with the game still up for grabs, but Aaliyah Boston had other plans. She'd already been solid all night with 22 points and 12 rebounds, but when it came to crunch time, she stepped up in a major way, with the Mercury pushing for a late comeback. This was the test. Could the Fever close it out without Caitlin Clark? Boston answered loud and clear. She completely took over, scoring 17 points in the fourth quarter alone, including a personal 10-0 run that shut the door on Phoenix for good. Any hope they had of stealing the win was gone in minutes.
So too has Ari McDonald, who did not start the season with the Fever, but has really come on strong. Pass inside, it's a bullet. Some more contact there underneath. Ball hits the ground. Boston has a size advantage here. Wants the clear out, gets the clear out, gets inside, and pushes it home.
Every basket Boston made was a statement. This wasn't just about winning, it was about proving that the Fever had built a championship mindset that didn't rely on just one star. She got to the free throw line whenever she wanted, hitting 10 of 13 from the stripe. Boston was drawing fouls, finishing through contact, and punishing the Mercury for every defensive lapse.
Both teams have now erased double-digit deficits. 9:30 to decide a winner. Howard inside Boston, deep position. Wow. Dangerous pass there by McDonald, rescued by Howard. Howard trots inside, left hand off the mark. Boston pulls it down and lays it in. McDonald has just had that look in her eyes here tonight, but it's Boston taking over in the fourth. No answer.
Boston's dominance in the paint was overwhelming. As the quarter went on, Mercury players grew visibly frustrated. They had no answer for her footwork, post moves, or shot creation. The former South Carolina star was showing exactly why she was the #1 pick in the 2023 draft. This game marked her fourth straight double-double, a career-best streak that signaled her growth from a talented rookie into a true franchise leader. She wasn't just piling up stats, she was taking over when it mattered most. The consistency was impressive, but the timing was everything.
Nate Tibbetts.
Only 15 three-point attempts and 6 makes for Phoenix from outside the line.
Boston step through, lays it in. You can't stop her.
Powers in the paint.
We're still playing without Kelsey Mitchell. She's got the 5 fouls. Boston, Cunningham. Yes! And a foul! Sophie Cunningham!
The crowd at Gainbridge Fieldhouse was electric. With every basket Aaliyah Boston scored, the noise kept building. Fans were on their feet, sensing something special was happening. The energy in the arena felt like a playoff game, and it was clearly fueling the team. Boston's fourth-quarter takeover sealed the 107-101 win and proved the Fever could close out big games, even without their superstar on the floor. She put the team on her back and delivered against a top-tier opponent. It was a dominant, clutch performance, exactly what championship-caliber teams need from their stars, but the drama didn't end with the final buzzer. The real fireworks came during the post-game press conferences. That's when the contrast between the two teams became crystal clear. Kalia Copper took the mic and immediately went on the defensive, criticizing Fever fans for booing Bonner during her return. "I just don't understand. Like, she's a legend. All the things she's done for the league, the disrespect, I just can't get down with it," she said. Copper seemed genuinely upset that fans had the nerve to boo someone who had walked out on their team mid-season. Her reaction came off as completely tone-deaf, considering Bonner had abandoned the Fever when they needed her most.
I think she handled it well. I don't understand, like, she's a legend, and just all the things that she's done for the league, and just the disrespect, I can't get down with it. They booed her. She didn't say a word to the crowd. People talked some trash to her, but we had her back. But it's just very distasteful for what their fan base is doing, as far as when it comes to DB, because it's just like she's just the sweetest soul, and the situation didn't work for her, and that's just not what she wanted or whatever. But it's just, we don't need all of that. It's just unnecessary.
The Fever's response was all class. Head coach Stephanie White addressed the Bonner situation with poise, choosing to focus on her team's performance instead of the surrounding drama. She acknowledged that the situation was a bit awkward but still showed respect for her former player. White's calm, professional approach was a clear example of how a real leader handles tough moments with maturity and grace.
You talked a little bit about being happy for DeWanna Bonner, finding a good spot for her. What was your overall thoughts on having her there in the reception tonight?
Yeah, I don't know anything about the reception. I don't hear anything once I'm out on the floor, but it's weird seeing her on the other side. But at the end of the day, basketball is basketball and relationships are relationships.
Aaliyah Boston's response was even better. When asked about the Bonner situation, she kept it short and clear, honestly, that got nothing to do with me. She made it clear the team was focused on playing their game and getting the win, not the outside noise. It was a mature, composed answer that showed exactly why she's becoming the leader of a team with championship aspirations.
What was it like having DeWanna Bonner return to Indiana, and what were your thoughts on the fan reception tonight?
Honestly, that got nothing to do with me. I think DB returned because we were playing Phoenix, and so that happened to be that. The fans chose to do what they wanted to do, but for us it's about paying attention to what we have to do here, and that was coming in and getting a big win, which we were able to do.
The Fever's calm, mature responses made Kappa's comments seem petty and underscored the clear difference in culture between the two teams. While Indiana handled adversity with class, Mercury players were busy complaining about fan reactions. It was obvious which team was building something real, and which one was making excuses. Meanwhile, the scoreboard told the truth no one could deny. This was Indiana's third straight win. The last time they'd even made the playoffs, let alone won a game, was years ago. This victory pushed them to 15-12, putting them 6th in the WNBA standings and setting up a strong finish to a season no one expected. The Fever proved they aren't just a supporting cast for Caitlin Clark. They're a real contender, with depth, grit, and a team-first mindset. This win wasn't just about basketball, it was about karma, accountability, and the strength of team chemistry over individual ego. DeWanna Bonner left thinking she was moving on to something better. Instead, she got humbled by the very team she walked out on. The Fever showed they're built for 2025 and beyond, with or without Clark on the floor. Sitting at 15-12, 3 games above .500 for the first time since 2015, they've made a statement. Sometimes, the universe gets it just right. Bonner found out the hard way: when you quit on a team, consequences follow. Comment Instant Karma Bonner if you agree.